used to think that I was such a boring person because I don't like going out all the time and I stay in quite a lot. I am in my grandma era, I would say, and I constantly describe myself as a grandma. I go to bed early, I wake up early, I like a routine, and that's just how I like to live my life. But this ended up hindering me from spending time with friends, from talking about myself, from actually living life, because I felt like I was just boring, and I think it actually hindered some of my relationships. Or just because you're in your grandma era, or maybe you're working hard on something right now, or you just like to have your routine, it doesn't make you a boring person. You don't have to change yourself to be interesting. You don't have to change anything about your life to become interesting and exciting and appeal to people, whether it's appeal to a guy or a girl you want to date. You don't have to change yourself, but there are some things that you can do to genuinely become a more interesting person and just make your life a little bit more exciting. I'm not making this video to change you. I'm not making this video to make you feel bad for where you currently are, but I'm giving you some strategies and some things that you can do to become a more interesting person. And these are all things based off my personal experience that I have done, which now make all of my friendships and relationships interesting, which I feel like make me more interesting. It's likely that if you're watching this video, you want to do something with your life. You want to maybe run a business, maybe you want to start YouTube, you want to do something interesting with your life, and that requires doing hard things, and that requires getting yourself out of your comfort zone, which is the first step of becoming a more interesting person. You have to make yourself a little bit uncomfortable sometimes.
But I wonder, like, is anyone gonna react or think I'm weird if I hold it like this? So many people are looking. But if I do this and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Does it look weird? Does anyone care? They just looked at me.
Last year, I did a street interview, for example. There was no real goal or outcome with this street interview that I did. I asked people in Sweden on the streets if they were happy. I was genuinely curious and I thought it would be interesting, and then I uploaded it to YouTube. This was probably one of the most uncomfortable things that I have ever done. Now, I'm still the same person. I still have the same boring grandma routines. I go to bed early, I wake up early, all I do is go to the gym. And all I do is work. Genuinely, that is most of my life. But doing the uncomfortable things allows you to be interesting and tell interesting stories. I did that street interview, which is quite interesting. I learned a lot from it. So I really want you to write down things that would make you uncomfortable and start doing them. Because honestly, you're probably thinking that, yeah, talking to someone random on the street feels so hard and so far away from you right now. How could you possibly do that? But actually, if you wrote it down, next Wednesday I'm going to talk to someone in the street, or I'm going to talk to someone in the gym. I'm going to do this like weird thing where you like lie on the street or something. You know, have you seen those people who like lie in the middle of like a busy walkway or something? I actually still want to do that. I think it would be quite cool to just lie down and people just look at you and it's very uncomfortable. Something like that is not actually that hard for you to do. So if you write down 3 to 5 things that you are kind of intrigued on doing, but you're scared, but it feels very, very uncomfortable, write those things down and try and schedule them in and find a friend who will do those things with you. This was me in my street interview. I had my best friend Eliza. She's really outgoing, really cool, so I knew that she would be the best person to do this street interview with.
Happiness. So let's go. Thank you.
Yeah.
How long have you lived in Sweden? Have you grown up here?
Yeah, we have
3 things B.
good food, good relationships, so like my boyfriend, my family, friends, and
Us to learn to speak to strangers without hesitating for 5 minutes.
Could be worse.
30 seconds, and then people are already gone, and then she has to like go in front of them and be like, ursäkta mig. And that's very awkward.
And she pushed me, and this was the best thing ever. Now I feel a lot more comfortable talking to people in the streets, and yeah, I like the video. I have to include traveling in the video because traveling makes you way more interesting. Traveling gives you stories to tell. Traveling gives you new perspectives on the world. So if you haven't yet moved away from your hometown, it's time, because you get to experience the world and experience new people and tell different stories. And it's not just about making yourself a more interesting person, but it's actually about growing as a person. The same with the comfort zone. The more that you get out of your comfort zone, the more that you travel, the more you're going to grow and progress as a person. And the sole purpose of this is not to become more interesting to a guy you want to date, for example, but it's actually to gain more life experiences. 2 years ago, I moved away to Sweden from my hometown in the UK. And last year, I went to Bali for a month. And now I'm actually obsessed. I want to travel and I want to explore the world because it gave me so many new insights and so many new lessons and so many new experiences that I want to experience again, and I just want to do more. So I think it gives you this new drive for life. So if you can, maybe just spend a few weeks or a month somewhere and challenge yourself. This might be something, again, that feels uncomfortable to you, that feels very out of comfort zone. You have a lot of fear around it. And if you do, then it's all the more reason to do it. Get off your damn phone. Like, why are you spending 4 to 8 hours in your screen? This is not experiencing and enjoying life. And to become more interesting, we need to experience and enjoy life and learn new things. So yeah, you can say that when you're binging reels or binging TikToks, you're learning things, things that you can tell, things that you can make, to make you sound more interesting. But the reality is you're not living. You're living in a screen. And I'm worried that a lot of people's lives right now are actually in our screens. I listened to this on a podcast recently that a lot of young people, their reality is actually in their phone. And their reality is not outside of their phone because they spend more hours in the day on this rather than through, the eyes and in the physical reality. So start to take things IRL rather than URL. A few examples of this would be when you're with friends. Have your phone away, have your phone down, and do not check it, and actually talk and actually get to know the other person. You can learn a lot from another person rather than scrolling on your phone and not being fully engaged into a conversation. Being fully engaged into a conversation teaches you about human psychology, teaches you about perspective. You can get super, super deep on different topics rather than going 50%. We want to go 100% now. When you get home from a long day, don't sit down on the couch and scroll your phone. Making this small shift will give you back so much of your time. If you get home after a long day, straight in the shower or straight to your workout or whatever it is before sitting down and binging on your phone, catching up on nothing that you actually missed out on, right? That's what we always think. We always think, oh, I need to catch up on Instagram today. When did anything really happen that was really that important? Probably not. So rather than doing that, just go straight to life, straight to IRL. And then you will see that there are so many things that you can do. You have so much more time back. You give yourself the power back. Maybe you can journal, maybe you can call a friend, maybe you can organise to do something rather than feeling like the time just passes you by. And if you work on your phone a lot, like I know I do, then I'm trying something new called deep focus and deep fun. So going deep into the tasks you are doing will make you way more interesting because again, you can be present in that task. So deep focus is where you are working very deeply, you're in focus for a matter of hours with no external distractions. Deep fun is almost the same thing. You're having all that fun and you're not thinking about the deep focus. You're not thinking about work, you're not on your screen, but you're actually being present and having the fun. Have opinions and have your own opinions. Don't be afraid to be disagreed with. If anything, being disagreed with is actually a good thing. It shows us that no human is the same and we're actually all different, and if we were all the same then life would be boring. And I feel like the most generically boring people, I would say, just don't have their own opinions on things. They agree with everything everybody else says, which you might genuinely agree with someone, and if you do, obviously agree with them if that's your own opinion, but sometimes we're so afraid to share our own opinions and to actually have something controversial to say. So if you feel like you have something that might be polarizing or might be controversial, just say it. Put yourself out there and say it, because I guarantee that it's not going to break your relationships, but it's actually just going to make you a more interesting, multi-layered person. And after all, we have layers, like Shrek says, we are onions and we have layers. So don't be afraid to be opinionated and express your opinions in a kind way so that you're not obviously upsetting people. Become a good storyteller. So this is something that I am still learning a lot, and actually working within marketing has taught me a lot about storytelling. But when you can learn how to tell a story well and tell a story that makes it exciting, you become more of an interesting person. And this doesn't mean that you have to change anything about yourself, but it just means the way that you are talking could change slightly, and you could start to improve that and start to work on your storytelling skills. So when something happened to you yesterday, how will you tell that story without it being either too long, either too short, and how can you make it a little bit more exciting? My advice to you would be to learn more about storytelling. If you are interested in marketing and all of that stuff, then I recommend going on LinkedIn. It's a great platform for storytelling. You will see a lot of people there telling stories about how they went from this to this, and it will give you inspiration on how you can craft stories. Having hopes and dreams. Now, in my previous video on how to become a happy, positive person, I mentioned this because having hopes and dreams for yourself makes you way more interesting. I love spending time with people who dream big and who have hopes and dreams for themselves. Whether they're achieving them or not, whether they're working on them or not, I don't really care. But if you say, I want to be this person or I want to do this, I'm like, wow, that is so interesting. And maybe right now you're struggling with what to do with your life. Maybe you actually don't know what your hopes and dreams are, and that's fine, that happens. But maybe there is something that you are thinking about that you actually want to pursue, and a hope and a dream that you have for yourself. So what is that? And if you are struggling to find what that is, then ask yourself what your passions are. Ask yourself what you overcame recently. Ask yourself if you could help somebody else overcome that. And maybe your hope and dreams lies within that. There are so many different strategies to find out what you want to do with your life and who you want to be, but a lot of the time it requires really looking inside, really following the Ikigai, for example. Ikigai is what you are good at, what you can help people with, and what brings people value or something. I'll put it on the screen, but Ikigai is a great thing to go by if you are struggling with what you want to do with your life. As I'm at the end of this video, I just want to emphasize to live outside of your screen, live outside of your phone, and explore the world. Not because it will make you a more interesting person, but as I said, it will just make you appreciate life a lot more. It will just make you more human and get in touch with yourself. I just know it. I just know it. I mean, there's so many stories of people who have moved away and they've done incredible things or just felt incredible ways, and yeah, it's just like, you just have to do it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video or if you want more like this, then make sure to like it and leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day, week, month, life. Bye.